I am Cheryl O'Connor. I am the Executive Director of HomeAid Northern California. 40 years ago, I moved out from Buffalo, New York to San Francisco with a girlfriend, seeking fame and fortune, and I landed in the home building industry. I was fortunate to have great jobs in sales and marketing with some of the leading home builders in the Bay Area, and was fortunate to be able to work on over 50 award-winning communities. Something that's been really important to me in my whole career is helping people. When I was leading the BIA Bay Area, I had the opportunity to sit on the board of HomeAid Northern California. And I fell in love with the mission and then thought, I could do this job. So I threw my hat in the ring and they said, "You're it!" To bring all of those connections that I've made in the home building industry over the last 40 years together in providing a place where people can give back. Home builders do so many wonderful things, not because they have to, but because they want to. So we have 28 of the industry leaders that serve on the HomeAid board. And because of them, we have been so successful at HomeAid with building 35 shelter projects. And we have raised over $7 million of in-kind donations. And with that, we've helped over 6,000 homeless people have a place to sleep, have a place to call home. About 20 years ago, I met my husband, Bob, through friends in the home building industry, and we have been together ever since. We got married 15 years ago with our blended family. I have 2 children, Christopher and Kyle, and Bob has 2 children, Maddie and Brandon. My mom and dad live up in Healdsburg. We try to get up to visit them as much as we can, have brunch in the wine country. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? And we just really enjoy spending time with the family. The backyard is a great place to relax at the end of the day. Have a glass of wine, have a barbecue with Bob, talk about our day, and just relax. We have many projects going on at HomeAid Northern California, and one of the most exciting projects is Oma Village. And Oma Village is our first entree into permanent supportive affordable housing. It's with Homeward Bound, and Homeward Bound built Next Key in Novato many years ago with HomeAid. So they said, can HomeAid step in and help? And can you find builder captains for us that can lower the costs of our construction? So we did. So we found Richmond American Homes and the New Home Company, who stepped in a couple years ago. And now it's well under construction, and Oma Village will be completed in the fall. As word spreads about HomeAid and what we can do, I do end up getting more calls from people needing help. So one of the calls I got a year ago was from Louise Barassa at Contra Costa Interfaith Housing. And she said, we have this community called Garden Park in Pleasant Hill, and we really would love to create an exciting new outside environment for the children. We do what we do, we go out and find people that can help. And so we found Pacific Coast Landscaping and a landscape architect, Phil Vandertoolen, who stepped in and said, we can do this project, and it's right now underway, and it will be completed by the end of this month. One of the great things about working for HomeAid, it's very entrepreneurial. So because there are only 2 of us at the organization at HomeAid, we have to do everything. And so it's very rewarding to be able to work on project management and fundraising and events and board support, etc. And I'm actually orchestrating the whole thing. It's great. It's a very fulfilling role. So we're very proud of everything we've accomplished so far. And we have so much more work to do.